Hi, everybody. Interesting day, isn't it?
Very, very interesting day.
Hello.
Hello, Sam. I got your text last night. Sorry I did not respond to it
What did it say?
about the graphic design.
Hello. Interesting day for Hillary Clinton today, I think.
Very, very interesting day, to say the least.
No flannels today. Are you guys feeling better tonight? I'm tired. But we have been contacted by a radio show, local in Colorado, and they want us to do an interview with them tomorrow morning, so that will be good. Anything to get our word out there. Yes, it will be live, so very excited.
Do we know what station it's on, or?
Yeah. I don't remember the numbers, though. You put me on the spot.
What?
You put me on the spot. I think it's 7:40 a.m. I don't know. I know, it will be live, so there will be no editing or humiliation.
Scope our interview?
Yeah, maybe we will do that. Maybe we will scope our interview. I think that's a great idea.
Backfire for Clinton today. Data dump wasn't. Great timing for everyone stuck in for the storm.
I did see the blurred Trump shirt on the news. It's just another reason why it's so despicable. The mainstream media is so despicable. They went ahead and apologized afterwards and said that they shouldn't have done it, but they still did it anyway. So, words are words.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Vote me. Vote you.
It's Donald Trump for press.
Oh, we will be voting for the real Donald Trump. Good to see you too.
Hello, Jelly Bean.
Trump does love the gays and the blacks. And if that offends you, you have no place here.
Islam is very dangerous for all human beings, especially gays and women.
Did you see what ABC did to Milo? No, tell me what ABC did to Milo. What'd they do? What did they do? I'm protective over baby Milo. They trashed him? Of course they did. I don't know what is wrong with people. They did a whole segment on him. Well, we love Milo. The media makes me so angry. And I just don't understand. So it's proven that Hillary Clinton has lied at this point. It's proven that, she used 13 BlackBerries in connection with her private email server. 3 of them were destroyed by hammers. The rest, we have no idea where they are. And she deleted all of her emails, all the ones that she deleted, all 33,000 emails with the Bleach Bit, which is a hardcore software that scrambles data, 2 weeks after the New York Times released the information saying that she had a private email server. I mean, okay, fine. And then there's pundits, whatever the hell you call them, Hillary Clinton supporters on the news defending her still. How can you defend that? I understand, FBI's not going to indict, so the best possible thing for Hillary Clinton to do at this point would be to say, you know what, I screwed up, this is all true, I did mislead the public, but let's move on. That's the best thing she could do, and she's still denied. Actually, I don't know where she is. Where is Hillary? Does anybody know where Hillary is?
Where is she?
Where'd she go? Exactly. Trump this, Trump that. And the media will distract. The media will distract every single time. And if you notice where, Clinton's memory or whatever was trending, then all these other trends about negative Trump things popped up. It's like, come on, guys, we're not that stupid, Jack from Twitter. We get what you're doing. Jack. He's the problem.
So unfortunately, I was not very privy to. YouTube is now taking channels down about politics. That's interesting. The other day we had a surge of people following us on YouTube, and then YouTube decided to get rid of all of them.
We were up to 161 followers at one point on YouTube, and then they deleted it back down to 57, I think. Sharia owns social media, evidently. And I thought that YouTube, I thought Periscope, I thought Twitter were mediums for, open conversation, for free speech. And clearly that's not what's going on. And my goodness sakes, they are really protecting this Hillary Clinton chick. I don't know why. Exactly.
So yes, so go out and follow our YouTube, please. Subscribe to it, and let's show the corrupt America that we will not be silenced.
Because she is above the law. I know, but nobody's above the law. Nobody should be, anyway. I know, like, Silicon Valley and whatever, but I don't know. I just thought that liberals had more morals than that, but clearly I was wrong. Clearly I was wrong. That I am wrong on. It's so gross. So gross.
What's gross?
Hillary Clinton is gross.
Yes.
Your thoughts of the FBI email dump on holiday weekend? I think that, of course, they timed it perfectly for them. I don't know. I hope something comes out and just smashes her. I hope that, like, this October surprise or whatever, Assange, hopefully he can pull something out. Hopefully something comes out of left field and just destroys her. Because there has been so many lies, so much corruption. It has repeated itself time and time again. And I want something that sticks to her and sticks to her hard. And why is there no justice in this world? I don't know. But what date is the election? November 8th. 9th. 8th. 9th. I don't know. I thought it was the 8th.
I think it's the 8th.
A white man in America complaining about there being no justice in the world. You should try being white in America right now. It kind of sucks. You're automatically a racist and everybody hates you. So, yeah. Oh, boo-hoo. Well, you know what, Tolerant Left? You're the one perpetuating it. You guys are the ones that are collapsing in on yourself. Everything that you have ever said about, what true equality is, you are completely doing the opposite of. You're complete hypocrites in every way, shape, and form. And I am just laughing this whole political season at it because you clearly have no consistency in your beliefs. You think that every single person that doesn't agree with you is a racist or a bigot. And it's hilarious. It is hilarious. And the best thing about it all is that smart people in the United States are waking up to it. And the sad thing about it is the dumb people are the ones that it affects the most, and they have no idea what they're voting for. And that's what's sad.
Okay, everybody, so I posted to our Twitter page, Politic Voice, the link for this broadcast to YouTube, so please share it with everybody, like it, follow us. That way we can show YouTube that we will not be silenced.
White men do not get away with rape in the United States. Anybody gets away with rape in the United States. If there is enough evidence to convict somebody of rape, then that's when it happens. That's when they get their punishment. If you don't like our laws, fine. Except Bill Clinton, exactly.
Ivanka never gave a speech that mirrored anything that Michelle Obama had to say.
Yeah,
Thank you, Jellybean.
Bill Clinton did literally get away with it. You're right.
No, Ivanka did not. What speech did Ivanka copy?
Yeah.
Didn't give an answer.
What? Who did Ivanka copy? What speech?
We love Jellybean.
Love Jellybean.
Sick, dude.
Sick, Brett. Wow,
Wow,
are you guys seriously denying this? Denying what? About Ivanka? Ivanka has copied nothing.
What speech?
What speech is Ivanka copying? Can we just agree Brock Turner got away with rape? I have no idea. But if you're using one case out of all of the rape cases, you're a disturbed liberal. It's what happens, right? The media shows you one story and you hold on to it for 60 years. So.
What was Ivanka's speech about?
I can name plenty of instances of other privilege. Look at, different minority groups, right? Look at Native Americans. Look at African Americans. Look at Latinos. They can get specialized scholarships that white people can't get. That is a privilege. That directly is a privilege. Look at all the opportunities that you get if you are a minority, right? Look at what's affirmative action and that kind of stuff. That is a privilege, right? Those things are actual real privileges, whereas white privilege is just this mythical creature, this mythical beast that you think that exists all around. We have just as much rights as every other person here, except for some reason minority groups get scholarships and extra money and extra everything because they are a different color. That, in and of itself, is racism.
I understand the speech that you're referring to, but Ivanka did not give the speech.
We are not married.
No, we're not sitting on stolen native land because there were no laws in place, there was no country established here. And if you want to say that, then any conquest that has happened in the history of the world,
you have to get mad at.
Right.
You should be really mad at China. Really mad at China. Are you actually defending English colonization? Of course we are. Of course we are. Melania's speech.
Wow, you thought really hard there for a minute there, thinking it was Ivanka.
See, you're not updated on the facts. And Melania, by the way, she had a 20 to 30 minute speech, and there was only 2 sentences, maybe 3 sentences in there that were similar to Michelle Obama's speech. So, did you watch the whole speech? Did you understand what Melania Trump was trying to say? Because I bet if you actually listened to her whole speech, you might actually respect what she had to say. Exactly. People are just taught to hate America. People are taught to hate authority, I think. And I think that it's one of two things. Either you grow up poor or you grow up dealt a bad hand, which happens all the time. People are born with a bad hand. I mean, people are dealt with a bad hand. It happens in the world. It's nobody's fault. That happens. And they become resentful against authority and they think people owe them things. Or you're another thing. You are either the person that grows up in like a upper middle class family, but you're fat and ugly, and you get to go to school and you're not accepted in school and you're not accepted anywhere else, so you lash out and you become this social justice warrior. You cut all your hair off, you dye it purple, you have nose rings, and you fight for equality of everybody regardless of how they look or regardless of what they do or regardless of how they act. And you are quite literally a social justice warrior at that point. So you're either one of those two people if you are, hating on America. That's pretty much all there is to it.
So the person that is attacking Melania for the plagiarized speech, honest question, are you a Hillary Clinton supporter? And then Clowers, like flowers but with a C, Clowers right there. What makes you say that Trump is against gays?
I know, but you get what I'm talking about, okay? Get what I'm saying? You know what a social justice warrior is, right, when you look at them.
Gotcha. Sorry, I guess I misunderstood what you typed out. No, you don't support Hillary. Where I was going with, though, you're attacking Melania for borrowing 3 sentences of a speech, but Obama was busted in 2008 plagiarizing Governor Deval Patrick in 2008. So
this is true.
It happens all the time.
Did somebody say I am a social justice warrior? And you are an idiot? Oh, sweetheart. I feel so bad for you. Your life must be so difficult.
Why don't you want Trump as president? What makes Trump worse than Hillary?
You benefit from THC and yet you are against it. Yeah, because I have morals and ethics, and I believe that
what are those?
A successful country needs to have people motivated to work, inclined to succeed for the greater good and for the better. And I think marijuana decreases productivity, and I think marijuana will be detrimental in the long term. Yes, we profit greatly off of THC, but that's all there's to it.
Somebody said that the list is too long as to why Trump is worse than Hillary. Name 2. Your top 2, because I bet you can't even name those, because you're going to say he's a racist and he's a bigot.
There's no hate here.
How is he a racist?
The only hate that we get is from the liberals in here. We do not spew hate. We are just speaking on the true issues in this country. He is orange and hater. See, I mean, that's all we get.
Can somebody please give me an example of how...
Okay, clearly they're not. We've asked for 3 months straight about Hillary Clinton and getting them to support her,
I know,
nobody
but
can answer it.
These are new people that I've never seen before.
Oh, I see. Why do you think he hates people of color? Because it's my understanding that Trump has the most minority votes than any other Republican candidate in history.
It takes too long to type pumpkin. Do you want to call in? You can call us and tell us why he's racist. Do you want to call us? We have a phone right here. Carlos, do you support Hillary?
Can I call? Absolutely. Where's
No, Tanner, you're not calling again. We want other people to call.
Tanner, all you're going to say is like, oh, here's the sob story about somebody from Mexico, and they just have such a hard life, and you have to feel for them. That's all you're going to say. You're going to get emotional appeals involved, and we want to talk actual logic, so.
You're going to run around in circles like you did last time.
Right.
Is there anybody willing to call us that is an actual Hillary
Tink Tink?
supporter?
Is
What?
Tink Tink back?
What?
Tink!
Tink, are you here?
She's like, dude, you guys are idiots. What does your gayness have to do anything? Just that the tolerant left doesn't believe we exist. So.
And Trump said, ask the gays, so.
Here we go.
Ask us. We're actually not paid by the Trump campaign.
Zero.
We do this on our own volition.
Yep.
This guy smokes like a gay because I am gay.
Because we are gay.
Thank God there's a gay way to smoke, or I don't know what I would do. Is there an actual Hillary Clinton supporter not a Trump hater?
We understand Trump haters. We want a Hillary Clinton supporter to defend her.
He don't like you.
He do like us. He do like us.
He do like this.
He do like this. Tanner wants to twist history and spew lies and yeah, exactly. And all like people like Tanner I understand because they just get so wrapped up in emotion and like sad stories that they just feel like it's the right thing to do and they have no idea about the impact and other, you know, horrible sob stories they're creating.
Believe it or not,
ISIS
wants to kill gay people and they want to oppress women. If that is brought into the country, it will happen here. End of story.
And to further that point, we say at every single scope, it's not just ISIS. It's called Sharia law. If you support Sharia law, which is killing of homosexuals, the oppression of women, if you support any of those things, you have no place in Western society. If, however, you are a Muslim American and you can assimilate with our values and leave that disgusting Sharia law behind, we welcome you with open arms because we know that we can assimilate quite well with each other. I don't care what God you pray to. I couldn't care less what God you pray to. But if your God is telling you to kill me, that's when I have a problem with it, alright?
So, did we find a Hillary Clinton supporter to call? Christianity isn't a fan, but they don't tell people to throw them off of buildings or to stone them to death.
Exactly, which is why I can assimilate. And by the way, I am a Christian, so...
Carlos, you call us, please. I want to know why you support Hillary.
Trump and Hillary both suck. Then you're just an anarchist. Then you just have no idea what to do with yourself. Because one of them is going to be president. Do you want it to be the embodiment of corruption, or do you want it to be somebody who's speaking from the heart?
Carlos, I'm waiting for your call.
Lots of Christians don't have issues with gays. Yes, that is absolutely true. Why do you guys want to argue with people? We don't want to argue. We just don't see Hillary Clinton supporters. We strongly, strongly, strongly encourage everybody out there to go talk to somebody about why they support Hillary Clinton. And I bet you will get one response. Because Donald Trump is bad. Whatever excuse, because Donald Trump blank is what they will give you of why they support Hillary Clinton. Not one person in the 3 months that we've been doing this has given us fact on her policies or her history or anything of the sort.
Is being gay and a Trump supporter a bad thing? Not at all, because Trump is actually looking out for your well-being, unlike Hillary Clinton, who sold America out for ISIS, essentially. If you're going to... Trump corrupted many small, poor villages and left. How?
When? Small, poor villages.
What was I going to say? Trump... So, Hillary Clinton is going to let 630,000 plus refugees into this country. Meanwhile, we're at, what, 934 million unemployed?
Yep.
934 million unemployed, but hey, let's let in another 650...
No, not 934 million. 93 million.
93 million, I'm sorry. But hey, let's let in another 650,000, why not? We'll employ them first. Second of all, some of them will be Sharia law supporters, some of them will want you dead.
Yeah.
Trump is saying no, we need to vet these people properly. Anybody coming into our country, we need to vet them so that San Bernardino does not happen again. Pulse nightclub does not happen again.
Exactly.
Being gay is cool. Being Trump supporter means you have shit for brains. It means you have the shit for brains.
If you are voting Democrat, if you are a minority and you're voting Democrat, why don't you take a look at the history? Okay, just brush up on some history. Understand what Jim Crow laws were and who started them. Understand who the South was. Understand what policies that have kept Detroit under, that have kept all these different urban areas under, have been run by Democrats for 50 years. If you are a minority and you are voting for Hillary Clinton because you think she cares about you, you are way off.
He said he said a Mexican judge couldn't oversee his case because he was biased. What about what's his name? Who's the idiot in office right now?
Barack Obama.
He would not let an Iranian judge oversee an Iranian immigration case. So how is that any different? Why is it okay for Obama, but as soon as Trump does it, he's racist?
But actually, Obama acted on it and didn't let the Iranian judge do the case. Donald Trump just said this is unfair. So...
Republicans have never been for gay rights. Well, if that's true or not, Donald Trump is for gay rights.
Exactly. I'm a Trumplican.
No, Carlos, you're an idiot. He never once said illegal Mexicans as bad.
I'm a proud Democrat, and I'm voting for Donald Trump. Good for you.
He said illegals are bad for the country. Never once did he say illegal Mexicans. Never has he spoken those two words back to back.
Illegal immigrants come from all different countries, not just Mexico.
So it shows you're uneducated. Hillary's not for gay rights. She's for gay votes.
Exactly.
Get educated, Carlos, because you're an idiot. So, Carlos, as soon as she lets her 650,000 refugees in, I hope you got a good hiding spot so they don't come after you.
And Carlos, I assume that you're an illegal American, and I assume...
No, he said he was born in the U.S.
Right. I assume that you're illegal.
Legal.
I assume that you're a legal American. So why don't you take a look at the statistics about how illegal immigration hurts you the most, right? Especially African American communities and the Latino population that are in this country. Illegal immigration hurts them the most out of any other race in this country.
And there's going to be a huge, beautiful wall. Well, I mean, if you're uneducated, you are an idiot, so...
That's awesome. That's great. See, and I want everybody to just understand why we are doing this, okay? We are honestly here talking about our beliefs from our own volition. We are not paid by anybody. We are not asked by anybody to do this. We are 100% Trump supporters. We are gay. We've been together for 3 years. And we are doing this because I am sick and tired of minority groups blindly following Democrats, thinking that they're going to help, when all the promises that Barack Obama made have failed. Look at the African American population. I thought Barack Obama was going to be the savior of the African American population in this country. They have teen unemployment down. They have home ownership down. They have poverty up. They have unemployment with them is up. They're falling apart. That specific community in this country is falling apart, and Obama has done nothing for the African American community. And that is why we urge everybody to just re-look at what you're voting for. Hillary Clinton is just going to continue the same failed policies that Barack Obama set forth.
Exactly. No, he did not legalize gay marriage.
Yeah.
That was the Supreme Court. Second, he never has said that Mexicans are bad people. He said that Mexico sends their bad people, and by building the wall between Mexico and the U.S., because Mexico is the #1 country that illegals come from because they have such easy access. So if you want to imply from what he says that he's talking about Mexico, then go ahead and do that, but he is talking about all illegals.
And it's just a matter of understanding. That's all it is. I mean, if you understood everything that was going on, by all means, vote for Hillary. But I honestly think that if you understood everything that has gone on in the past and everything that's going on now, you wouldn't be voting for Hillary Clinton. If you were informed on the issues, you wouldn't be voting for her. She is the embodiment of the corrupt system. Now, I understand Bernie Sanders supporters. I get it. I get why you guys liked him. I got it. I know. I don't agree with what he was saying as far as his policies are concerned, but I do agree with one thing that he's been saying, what his whole platform was run on, and that's the corruption. He is tired of seeing the corruption destroy this country. That's why he had so much enthusiasm behind him. That's what Trump is doing too. Trump is saying we are tired of seeing the corruption in Washington and we need a change. And that's all there is to it, guys. If you're sitting there saying, wow, Hillary Clinton doesn't say mean things, that's why I'm going to vote for her, I just really want you to understand what you're voting for.
The polls say Trump's at 32%. Nice try. Second, and he didn't define Mexicans. He defined who Mexico is sending into this country, because papers from Mexico have been written on who Mexico is sending in here, and they are sending their drug dealers, their rapists, and their criminals because they don't want to pay for them.
And this is well documented on both the Mexican government side and the American government side. And these are just common knowledge. These are public things that you can go look up. Google will probably filter it out for you, so you have to dig a little bit, but these are things that exist.
When did he say Mexicans? Please cite your source, because he did not. And they're also sending 75% of our agricultural
That
workers.
is not true.
Well,
that is not
even if it
true.
is true or not,
It's
just,
not true.
I know it's not, but even if it is, look at how many people, Americans we can be employing. Why are we worried about employing all these other people from elsewhere? The 650,000 plus refugees. Why are we so worried about employing them over the 94 million people that are unemployed in America currently?
Right. It is not a racist thing. It is not an intolerant thing to protect the citizens of the United States. That is not racist by any stretch of the word. We have been paying into the system. Definitely Americans have been paying into the system, and they deserve to be protected because it's their freaking government that should be protecting them.
The U.S. owes illegals nothing. That is exactly true. And somebody said he has no substance to his points. He has laid out a 10-point immigration plan. He has laid out, I believe it's a 7-point VA system plan. How he's going to get Mexico to pay for the wall, I believe that's a 7-point plan.
Right.
There is substance involved in every plan. Name one policy of Hillary Clinton's that you agree with that has substance.
No experience. And that's good, because what experience means in the political sphere, especially nowadays, is that you know the lobbyists and you know special interest groups and you bend over to foreign governments. That's what experience means in the political sphere now. So the fact that Trump doesn't have any experience in that, I fully support 100%, because I don't want him creating policies that are going to benefit lobbyists and special interests, like Hillary will. That's all there is to it. He is speaking from the heart. He is making a decision. And I am sick and tired of hearing that Trump is in this for self-profit. His company's taking a hit. He's stepping away from his company. There is nothing that he's benefiting from. He's rejected the president's salary, and he's going to be working for free. And why is it that he's benefiting in any way from running for president? He's already a billionaire. He could have just wrote it out and just enjoyed his life, but he wants to give back. So explain to me how he's doing this for his own benefit. What does he benefit from this? We're already in World War III, if you don't know that. We are already living in World War III. Promoted by Barack Obama. We know everything that Trump has said, and not one thing that he has said has been off point. I believe that our country is falling apart. We have $21 trillion in debt. We have a trade deficit with every single country we do business with. We have an illegal immigration problem. Terrorists are knocking at our door. I think that corporations are leaving daily. Jobs are leaving with them. More and more manufacturing that should belong in this country is overseas. And Trump is speaking on all of those things, saying, hey, this is how we got to fix these real problems. Whereas Hillary Clinton is saying, oh, you're gay? Oh, I can help you. Vote for me. Oh, you're black? Oh, I can help you. Vote for me. And yes, black lives do matter. That's all Hillary Clinton's doing. But Trump is actually speaking on the real issues. And it might be things that you don't enjoy hearing, but they are things that are prevalent issues in this country.
So here's a couple of Mexico's immigration laws. All ballots will be in the nation's language. All government business will be conducted in our language. If you come to this country illegally, you will be actively hunted and, when caught, sent to jail until your deportation can be arranged. All assets will be taken from you. If foreigners come here and buy land, options will be restricted. Certain parcels, including waterfront property, are reserved for citizens naturally born into the country. Foreigners can invest in this country, but it must be in an amount at least equal to 40,000 times the daily minimum wage.
Right.
And these are all Mexico's laws that they enforce daily. Why do we not have to enforce our laws? Why do we just let people just prancing over the border and say, here, do you know what? Here's all of your entitlement. Go have fun. We'll leave you alone for 30 years until Donald Trump speaks up on this.
Racism is all. If you've noticed, racism now is more prevalent under a Democrat than it ever has been. I think that in our time anyway, I think that racism is out of control at this point. Look at the divide in this country. I have no problem with black people. I have no problem with Mexicans. I have no problem with gay people. I have no problem with straight people. But look at the culture that we're in right now. We get called racists and bigots every single day just because we decide to come onto Scope and explain our point of view. And then we say that we're privileged because we're white, or like nothing that we ever worked for mattered just because that we're white. I think that is increasingly disastrous in this country. Race relations are worse than they have been for 20, 30 years, maybe even longer than that. So, and that's under Barack Obama. He's feeding the fire.
Morehouse, man, what has Obama done for you? How do we sound brainwashed? I think Trump can get more than 25% of the LGBT vote.
I think so too. We have a lot of enthusiastic LGBT members on this Scope, but we personally know them in Colorado. We're banding together to get things done in Colorado specifically, and it is great. So, we're going to hold down the fort in Colorado. We can't really hit a national level, but
Scott Pressler on the East Coast is doing his thing. He's getting people registered left and right. Tomorrow morning on a Fox News radio program, we are being interviewed live, and I think we're going to scope it. So, what has Obama done for the LGBT community?
Yeah, just name anything if you can.
Trump won't lose, and even if he were to, which he won't, we would not move to Costa Rica. Jellybean, just ignore him. He's a troll.
Mama, shout out to me tomorrow. Okay, we'll try. I don't know if we can do shout outs.
Instead of gun control, what?
And I mean, the amount of hate in this particular room is something that really truly benefits our cause. I hope that you guys know that.
Kane North, Obama did not make gay marriage legal. That was the Supreme Court. Nice try.
How does
you fail.
What do you mean white privilege exists? What exactly do you mean by that? What limitations do you have that we don't? According to skin color.
Trump should embrace the KKK vote. Well, he's disavowed the KKK members 7 times. David Duke. And Hillary Clinton was just endorsed by a KKK member, and she has yet to do anything about it. But where are all the people hunting her down for that? So, who would help in voting? Voting for what?
I saw your comment before about criminal justice reform. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
I definitely don't hate. I'm just trying to say my point of view like I'm seeing yours.
Okay, and I mean, for all the logical thinkers out there, we appreciate it. We're not trying to sway anybody's vote. We are just honestly here saying the media out there is absolutely disastrous. Conservatives are being shut down on social media left and right. They're being filtered and they're being silenced. And I think that if you're a rational thinking person, you would think that that's unfair. Even if you don't agree with what they're saying, you know that just because they're saying their political viewpoints, their stance, they shouldn't be silenced for that. And I feel like fascism is taking place, and it's not from the right. It's from the tolerant left.
If you wanted to have proof as to how biased the media is, every morning I type in Trump poll and I type in Trump news into Google and to see what I can find. Not once when I've typed in Trump news have I seen a positive article from or about his Mexican speech, his immigration speech. They attack him left and right. The fact check or whatever, they did 5 horrible fact checks on him, and tore apart 5 things that I don't even know what they were.
Right.
But they didn't point out all of the truth that he spoke. They just tore him down. Today I found a poll that Trump is up in Maine, Maine, New Hampshire, Michigan, and Wisconsin. But yet, when I type that into Google, doesn't come up anywhere. So why are they not bringing to light? I thought the media was supposed to be unbiased and just report fact. Why would they not say, oh, look at this. He's up in these 4 states. Very, very blue states. But they don't. And Iowa too, exactly. He's up in Florida. He's up everywhere. People don't get it, and they're trying to turn it around on everybody. Where's the poll? I posted it to our Twitter, Politic Voice, so you can find it there.
I just want to speak on, if you are a Democrat out there, look at what happened 2 days ago, I guess it is now. Wow. It's gone by fast. But when Trump was, he was in California in the morning for a benefit. Then he went to Mexico to meet with the president of Mexico to discuss issues that both of our countries face in regards to the drug trade, illegal immigration, and so forth. And then he flew to Arizona to give a speech on immigration and to lay out his 10-point immigration reform plan. So there's 3 prominent things that he did on that day. What did Hillary Clinton do that day? And I understand that maybe you don't like what Donald Trump is saying, but you got to admit he's working his ass off, and he's doing an incredibly good job. And I don't think it's fair that the media is not giving him praise for meeting with the president of Mexico when he's not even the president yet. He's not even the president yet, and he is honestly talking to world leaders and trying to figure out solutions to our problems. What the hell else do you want? What is Hillary Clinton doing? Hillary Clinton was invited, by the way. The president of Mexico invited Hillary Clinton too.
Yeah, why is she not trying to make plans to have that happen? Donald Trump expedited it against all advice, saying, no, we need to get more security, we need to make sure this is in place, that and the other thing. But no, he said, let's get this done, let's go, and let's do this.
What world leaders besides Mexico? He's been in contact with Netanyahu. He's been in contact, obviously, with different, not like presidents, but like different aides to people from different countries. And Russia in particular, I think it's important that we all just understand that he's doing what's important. Keep in mind that after the shooting of Pulse nightclub, Donald Trump met with the head of the NRA, and he also met with some other senators to make sure that they understand the problems that we're facing and how we can better get weapons out of the hands of terrorists and how we can get weapons out of the hands of illegal immigrants. And that is incredible. I mean, he's honestly working towards progress on alleviating some of these problems. And nobody gives them credit for that. Nobody talks about that.
Who the hell is paying for these trips? Trump is paying for them. And if you want to talk about who's paying for the trips, what about the little jaunt Hillary Clinton took from Nantucket to Martha's Vineyard, a 20-minute plane ride, or maybe it was a 20-minute drive, I don't remember, but who's paying for that? Because I guarantee you...
It was a plane ride.
That is... But I think it's only a 20-minute drive.
Oh, I see.
That is the donations that people are sending in. That is what that is used for. And the poll I was talking about is from Ipsos? I don't know. Ipsos?
IPSOS.
A very credible poll. Whoa, Saturn Reno, why are you so mad at us?
Okay, somebody asked, and I will answer, what if Trump flips his mind on gays after the election? It won't bother us, because this is not about social issues. This is about getting our country back on track. It's about getting our economy back on track. I couldn't care less who hates me. I don't care if all of you hate me and say fuck faggots. I don't care. I don't care in the slightest. What I do care about is opportunity in this country, having reduced national debt, being able to profit from the trade with every country that we do business with when we have been in a deficit. $800 billion a year trade deficits. $800 billion a year we lose to trade deficits. And nobody's talking about the true issues. So you're all sitting here wondering where trannies are going to poop, and I'm worried about why are we losing $800 billion a year in trade?
What has Hillary Clinton done for the gay community? What has she specifically done to better the gay community? Because I can name you what Trump has done. In the late 80s, early 90s, he was giving charity money to gay men's health research and AIDS research. In 1992, he held a benefit at the Trump Taj Mahal where the proceeds went to gay men's health research.
Right.
In
87, the Wallman Rink, he took some of the profits from Wallman Rink and donated to gay men's health organizations.
In 2000, he had an interview with The Advocate, a very, very well-known LGBT magazine, saying that that they should amend the 1964 Civil Rights Act in order to include homosexuals in it. Right. 2005, he openly praised Elton John for getting married, even though it wasn't a marriage, but he called it a marriage and said it would work.
And look at the gay weddings he's been to. I mean, if he didn't support gay marriage, why is he going to gay weddings? Especially in 2012 with the producer of one of the big Broadway shows. He went to their wedding, and I just don't understand why you guys think that Trump hates gays so much. Look at Pete Thiel. He invited, first time, unprecedented, a Republican candidate invited an openly gay person to speak at the RNC. Nobody talks about that.
And he's also attributed to being the first private club owner in Florida to allow gays into his club, and right. That's why...
it's considered to have changed Palm Beach.
Palm Beach, that's what it is.
You know, it's what Trump did by including homosexuals, blacks, and Jews into his club in Mar-a-Lago changed the Palm Beach structure. That's what it's known to have done.
How is he pandering for votes when he was doing this in the 80s and 90s?
Yeah, this was well before president.
So now that we've named what Trump has done for the LGBT community, what has Hillary Clinton done?
And you know what? I hate bringing up these points because it's not even relevant. We should be talking about the true issues in this country. It shouldn't be about, what has Hillary done for gays, which is nothing, by the way, or what has Donald Trump done about gays. Why can't it be about our $21 trillion trade deficit? Or, I'm sorry, a $21 trillion debt.
Somebody said his wife equals plagiarist. 2008... Barack Obama plagiarized, what's his name? Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, President Barack Obama plagiarized, but nobody talks about that, because it's okay that
Governor Deval Patrick in 2008, so why isn't anybody talking about that? And we're not saying it's all about gay issues, we're just saying to the people that say Trump hates you because you're gay, why are you supporting him? We are supporting him because, first of all, he supports us because we are Americans. And
Hi,
he
Pedge.
supports America.
We love you, Pedge.
Can we talk about Melania Trump? What a copycat. Can we talk about your precious Barack Obama? A plagiarist.
3 sentences out of a 30-minute speech.
Who plagiarized Governor Deval Patrick in 2008. Why can't we talk about that? Why? I just gave you 5 solid facts as to how Trump supports gay community. Why do you think he wants to take away gay rights? What does Chapter 11 mean? It's a restructuring of debt. You still have to pay it back.
It's a restructuring of debt, and you can do it for a number of ways. And in Atlantic City in particular, which is where he did file Chapter 11, it was to restructure debt so that he could collect subsidies. He made millions. He saved the company, he saved the employees, he made millions, and sold off the business and kept his name rights. So he made even more money. The business didn't go under, so I don't know why you guys hating so much, because he's never been bankrupt once. Not personally, or not in any business.
Trump hates gay people. How? That's... Fact. How? I'm done with you. You guys are so dumb, just like your leader. So you admit he's going to be president. Thank you.
And we want to this is a space for open discussion. We want to talk openly and honestly with everybody about why they're supporting Hillary Clinton and why we support Donald Trump. And the sad thing we get is Republicans are hypocrites. There's no context, there's no fact, there's no evidence, there's nothing other than Republicans are hypocrites. Because in all honesty, I think we can all agree that anybody that is a hypocrite, it's definitely the left this political season. I think that that's happening all over the place. I mean, they can't even speak fact, and they call you a racist and a bigot, and they call us faggots, and yet they're supposed to be tolerant. That's hypocritical, right?
Trump's ideas will not throw us into a trade recession.
If anything, Trump's policies are going to pull us out of trade deficits.
Hillary led the LGBT movement in the UN. Maybe we should focus on America first before we try to take care of the rest of the world. And that's another thing.
Right.
That's what Trump wants to do, is take care of us first. We are $21 trillion in debt. We have 94 million people unemployed in this country. He wants to take care of those people first before we let 650,000 or whatever it is refugees into this country and have to take care of them, because they are going to be put before people that need to work here. Plus, 22 vets will commit suicide today. 22 vets will commit suicide tomorrow. Do you not think that that is a bigger problem we need to be worried about rather than taking in these refugees?
Why do you guys promote yourselves as gay for Trump if being gay doesn't matter? Because nobody believes we exist. The left doesn't believe we exist. And we want to come out and say, you know what? We do exist. We do support Donald Trump. The policies of social issues don't bother us that much. But yes, we happen to be gay, but we're Americans first. And that's what we've been promoting ever since we started 3 months ago. We have done this scope every single night for 3 months, almost 4 months straight. And we think it's just incredibly important to be active and to speak up. When the media is not telling you something, we feel like it's important to make sure that people get their voices heard.
So I will read everybody what I posted on Facebook today. 39 times during the FBI interview, Hillary Clinton said she cannot recall. I hope everyone wakes up to the deceit of her actions. She is bad for America. After Benghazi, 30,000 destroyed emails, 15,000 more found, and 30 of those that are directly involved to Benghazi. If you can still blindly be behind her and put ISIS before America like she does, you do not deserve to call yourself an American, because you are selling out America, and I am ashamed for you.
Everyone should be for Trump. I mean, Hillary Clinton has sold out, and we know she is the living embodiment of corruption. She is the corrupt establishment. That she is it. 30 years, and we have trouble naming successes. 30 years she's been in the political sphere, and I bet the majority of her supporters can't name one success. I think that they come up with, she was Secretary of State, and she was First Lady. Those are not successes.
My God, the crap over her emails goes on and on. Does it not concern you why she used the bleach bit to destroy her emails so nobody can ever read what was written on them, does that not concern you at all?
Okay, and let's get the time frame straight. Let's everybody understand the time frame of it all. The New York Times was the first to release information that Hillary Clinton was using a private email server. Okay, and that was in March of 2015. Okay, when they did that, what happened was Hillary Clinton deleted 33,000 emails 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later, she deleted 33,000 emails. Right. Is the timing in that not at all fishy to anybody else?
Who cares if it doesn't affect national security? It does. It deals directly with national security.
And the FBI has proven that it did influence national security. They were messaging each other about the drone strikes, and that was all classified information about an upcoming drone strike, and that was all on her private email server.
Get over it. They didn't find anything in her emails.
Yes,
they found
they did.
30 emails directly involved with Benghazi.
And not only that, but they found classified information. They found legitimate classified documents which prove that Hillary Clinton lied when she said, "I did not send or receive anything marked classified."
You're both dicks because we've called her out on what the FBI is too scared to call her out on.
The FBI has proven this, they just chose not to indict. The FBI has proven that she lied.
What do you want to see in Trump's tax returns? Tell me explicitly what you hope to learn from Trump's tax returns.
Right. All the financial documentation regarding the Trump Organization, which is what Trump operates out of, was released when he ran for president. And that's about 1,000 pages of fun financial information that you can go look. And clearly it was much better than anybody thought it would be. It proves that the corporation is worth over $10 billion. So
voting for Trump goes against everything we've been fighting for. So then you are not fighting for America, so you do not deserve to call yourself an American.
Right.
Plain and simple, buddy.
What about Hillary's medical records? To be quite honest with the Hillary Clinton medical thing, I hope that she is healthy. I hope that she is healthy because I want Trump to win fair and square. However, there is evidence to support that she is not in the best health. So let's hope that she is healthy because I honestly want her to give it all she's got, and I want Trump to give it all he's got, and I want it to be a fair and balanced election.
Mind you, Romney did not release his tax returns until September. And second, Trump's lawyer is advising him not to release his tax returns while he is under audit.
And what could you possibly learn from his tax returns? It all has to be federally approved. That's why it's under audit. So it's not like there's anything shady going on. The only thing that you could learn from it is maybe he didn't make as much as he has claimed, or maybe he didn't donate enough to charity, or whatever it may be. But clearly, over his history, we know for a fact that he's made billions, and we know for a fact that he... I lost my train of thought. That he has given to charities. So I don't understand why... What could you possibly find in there? And, you know, Forbes lists him personally, his personal wealth of at least $4 billion. It has to be at least $4 billion. He has 151 subsidies. 515, subsidies, and in 62 of those subsidies, he claims 50 million or more as their value. So they don't even know what his cap is because the value of them is $50 million or more. They don't even know.
And somebody said that Romney did release his tax returns. Right. Well, it is only the 2nd of September, so he will release them, no doubt about it. But until he is no longer under audit.
Of course he pays taxes. Of course he does. He's been under an audit for every single year for like 15 years. The federal government is definitely going to make sure that they're getting all the money coming to them. Of course he pays taxes.
Mexicans have just figured out that they're not his friend, or he's not their friend. That's why 32% of them in a national poll are supporting him.
He has used campaign funds to pay his son's company. Actually, no. What happened was when you use your own money for campaign funds, that's all coming back to him in some way. And so when the money is coming back to him, it's his money. He can do whatever he wants for it. But you're trying to pin him on something. First of all, he's the first candidate to ever run by paying for his own campaign, and you're trying to smear him for doing so. That's pretty shady, dude. You kind of look like an idiot.
32%, haha, that's not good, considering Romney only got 20%.
We don't watch Fox. We think Fox is biased against Trump. We don't watch Fox at all.
We did graduate from college. So if he was accused of raping a child, why would that story not have been blown open a little bit more other than the 2 days that it was in the news and then fizzled away? And do you not find it convenient the time that the lady came forward?
Right.
We do like Milo.
We love Milo. Floodlights.
There was a non-offensive clear candidate named Bernie. He was kind of offensive.
Well, what Bernie Sanders spoke up against was the corruption, and that's exactly what Donald Trump is speaking up against, and that's why they both had huge support groups. Gigantic amounts of support from both sides. But Hillary Clinton is corruption, so I don't even understand why Bernie Sanders supporters would vote for her when they, I don't know.
Well, Morehouse, man, you're the one who probably graduated from Clinton University, so if you want to trash Trump, maybe look into Clinton a little bit deeper, because pretty sure she's going to make your life worse. Worse than Obama has.
Do you guys find any of Trump's something offensive? I can see how people take them offensively, but to be honest with you, when there's a problem, I like him because he's unscripted. I mean, look. Okay, for example, look at the Republican candidates. You had Carly Fiorina in there, and Marco Rubio. Carly Fiorina and Marco Rubio could talk better than any person out there. They are just good talkers. They had the canned speeches all lined up. They could speak really well. They were incredibly important in the rhetoric. And I took a rhetoric class in college, and it's very interesting, like how different politicians became powerful because of rhetoric, not just in the United States but elsewhere. And that's something you need to understand. So rhetoric is a huge driving force, and I honestly believe that's why Obama got elected, other than, present factors. But I think that is why President Barack Obama was elected, because he could speak well. He talked the talk. He can't walk to save his life, and I think Hillary Clinton is the same way. And we are so used to, as a society, we are so used to hearing politicians talk to us in those canned speeches, those perfect ways of saying things. And Donald Trump doesn't do that. Donald Trump just says what the issue is and how to fix it. And it comes off brash. It comes off like, oh my gosh, did he really just say that? Because it's not something that we're used to hearing. So I think that he's doing an incredible job at talking on the issues and speaking to what's important. And as Americans, we're so used to the canned speech crap.
Somebody said these guys are so on the Trump payroll. I wish we were. Cause
I really wish we were.
Doing this every night, I think we'd make some pretty good money doing it.
And are you kidding me? Donald Trump isn't spending hardly anything on his campaign. So we definitely aren't on his payroll. Not a lot of people are on his payroll. I believe that his campaigns, his different campaign headquarters around the United States, are primarily volunteer oriented. I mean, there's not a lot of payroll involved. That's one of the reasons why I like him, because he knows how to save a buck, right? Something that our country needs to figure out how to do.
How does Trump's offensive comments affect you? oh, this person, Tasha, neither Trump is qualified, God is always in control, but do not bash Obama.
Oh, I will bash Obama.
He's so bashable.
I will bash Obama all I want, because you know why? He's bashed the United States into the ground. He's bashed it into a place where it would be so hard to pull out of. And we need a change. We definitely need a real change.
He called the Black Lives Matter movement a terrorist organization.
It is.
It is.
I believe that there are people involved in the Black Lives Matter movement that are fighting for true injustice in this world. There is true injustice in this country. I don't think it's as prevalent as people make it out to be, but I do think it exists. I do think that it exists primarily in heavily urban areas where poverty is rampant. Yes, there is unjustifiable racism in this country, and it primarily leans with Democrat-controlled communities, if you've noticed. So, that being said, the Black Lives Matter group as a whole, though, is a terrorist organization. It's inciting violence, it's destroying lives, more police officers, unproportionate amount of police officers have been killed since the emergence of Black Lives Matter than ever before. And that's something that we need to realize. If you are attacking people because of your beliefs, that is a terrorist organization.
Did you know that only 23% of Democrats supported the abolishment of slavery? 100% of the Republicans at the time did.
That's true.
Did you know that 100% of Republicans supported the right to vote for all, while 0% of Democrats did? Did you know that what is it, Gabe? Voting to give citizenship to freed slaves, 94% of the Republicans voted for that. 0% of Democrats did. Interesting, Obamacare, 86% of the Democrats voted for it, 0% of the Republicans did. So if you don't know, keep quiet about it.
Yes, Trump did donate to Hillary in 2008, and he's spoken many times on that. That's one thing that should actually draw you to him. He is friends with everybody. He was part of the establishment. He knows how the game works. He was on the other side of it, but he knows how the game works. So, of course, I would trust him with being able to stop it, because it's a horrible, horrible, terrible thing that's affecting all of us. You know, whether you're black, whether you're white, whatever you are. It's affecting all of us. So.
No, we're not trying to rewrite history. I'm just saying the Democratic Party has never been a good party.
A lot of Democrats support Trump.
Democrats started the KKK.
Okay, and just with the KKK shit, seriously, guys, the KKK is only brought up during an election year.
As is Black Lives Matter.
The KKK is brought up during an election year. Black Lives Matter is a political tool as well. It's funded by a rich white guy whose sole purpose is to take out another rich white guy from being president. So just know that the whole Black Lives Matter movement is a political tool. And a terrorist group, by the way. But, what was I saying?
I don't know.
I lost my train of thought.
All the people that are so pissed about Trump University, take a look at Clinton University or Lorette University.
KKK. KKK was started by the Democrats. We all know that. KKK is used over and over and over again every single political year. But just guess what? When's the last time the KKK has killed anybody? When's the last time the KKK has been prevalent ever? In the last 20 years, right? I mean, in my personal opinion, I think the KKK now is just a bunch of old white guys that sit around a campfire drinking beers. And there's probably about 6 or 8 of them. I mean, that's all the KKK is now. Like, when have they killed somebody? What are they doing? What have they done? Go ahead and send it to our Twitter, Politic Voice, if you have any information on the KKK. They have no prevalence anymore. They're only used as a political tool, which is why they were created in the first place.
It's not a green screen. My parents are not part of the KKK. Luker, one more comment like that, we're going to block you again. Is anybody concerned as to why Hillary Clinton has not, what's the word where you say no?
Dylan Roof was not part of the KKK.
What? Where you get endorsed by somebody and you don't want the endorsement? What's the word I'm looking for? Debunked. Refused. Anyway, has anybody made Clinton University? Yes, Lorette University. Look it up. It's real. Do a little research on that. Disavow. Thank you. What is Clinton University? Look it up. It's actually called Lorette University. Is anybody concerned as to why Clinton has not disavowed her endorsement from the KKK member? Is anybody concerned about that? Why do we not have that a daily troll on the bottom of CNN?
Trump does not rip off small business. Trump, every policy that Trump has outlined about tax reform helps small business, and reducing regulation is going to help them even more. So,
we're not reading from a teleprompter.
We have we're live on YouTube as well, so that's what this camera is. You can't see what I'm pointing to, but there's two cameras here.
I read an interesting article this morning about the truth of an Ohioan, whatever you want to call him, Republican voter that he changed his party affiliation from Democrat to Republican so he could vote against Trump. Somebody said something about Lorette, I didn't read it. But he's making it out to be that all of these people that switched from Democrat to Republican are voting against Trump when that is not the case. It was one specific person that gave this example. He could not claim or name anybody else that was on board with him, but yet they blew it up into this huge story.
But that's not true. We respond to every single comment. That's why we even have a live call-in. We talk to people over the phone all the time to understand your points. And we say that if we don't get to your point here, tweet us, direct message us on Twitter. We get back to everybody. So clearly, you're wrong. I mean, you try to read all this as it's scrolling through.
Somebody said something about a Republican all their life in Rubio. Can you repeat that? I wasn't able to finish reading it.
Cops are KKK, evidently, right? This is so sad. Anti-authority is so sad. It is the true warning sign of a, a society.
I'm sorry.
It's the true warning sign of a society that's imploding on itself when we're anti-authority.
Politic voice. The letter A, politic voice, is our Twitter and our YouTube. Here it is.
We don't ignore fact. We don't ignore people that come at us with fact. If you guys have honest facts about what you're saying, then we will definitely respond to them. If you call us faggots, we're not going to respond to that.
Why can you not support Trump?
Fake you costing all kinds of money, and Trump funneled campaign money to his son's company. See, first of all, that's not true, because there's nowhere that proves that anywhere, and we are not getting paid anything for this. We have zero profit off of this.
10% of Clinton Foundation's money actually goes to charities. What about the other 90%? Is anybody else concerned where that other 90% goes?
Do you want to do a phone?
Yeah.
Okay, we will give you the phone number. Go ahead.
And the Rubio supporter, why are you not... I'm sorry, you said because something, but I could not read it.
Over 100 Republicans have come out against Trump.
Because they're scared.
And by the way, that does not mean they're supporting Hillary. They just don't like Trump. And if the establishment hates Trump, that makes me like Trump even more.
Exactly. Why don't I get pulled? Why don't I get pulled either?
Why don't I get pulled? Trump has not flip-flopped once.
Flip-flopped on nothing.
And he's been saying the same thing for 30 years. You can go back to old Oprah interviews in the 80s, and he's been saying the exact same things then that he is now.
No, 85% of funds go to the foundation. 90% of the funds go to Hillary Clinton herself.
98, I thought.
10% actually goes to charity.
Okay, first caller of the night. Woo!
Go ahead, caller. You are live.
All right.
Can you speak up a little bit?
Wondering. What?
Go ahead.
Please speak as loud as you can.
All right. So, for starters, just do you guys think that Trump is a racist?
We do not.
Do you?
I mean, yes, I do.
And
Why?
Why?
I mean, the things that he said to people, and just
Can you turn down your
wanting to
Periscope?
keep people out of our country. I don't understand how that could
Can
not make him a racist.
hold on. Can you turn down your Periscope, please? And what has he said to people? You have to give, like, examples of what he said that's racist.
Well, for starters, I mean, he always talks about building a wall to keep out the Mexicans. because
No.
they're stealing our jobs.
No, he wants to keep out illegals. Illegal is not a race.
Do you think we have an illegal immigration problem in this country?
Personally, no, I do not.
So we have more illegal immigrants than any other country ever. You need to understand that.
Great country.
Illegal immigrants are taking, they estimate that about 65 to 70% of the illegal immigrants benefit from entitlement programs in some way. And it costs about how many billions of dollars a year?
Oh, I don't know.
There was a stat, we're losing billions of dollars a year to illegal immigration. We are losing over $1 billion a year right here in Colorado alone on illegal immigration. And you're strong on the fact that we don't have an illegal immigration problem, because even Democrats agree that we have an illegal immigration problem.
No, okay, here's what I would have to say to that, which is just, I think that I don't find it fair, any Republicans say that that illegal immigrants are coming and stealing our jobs, but you can't really say they're stealing our jobs when most Republicans are rich whites who already have jobs. They're not stealing your jobs if you already have them.
But they're stealing Americans' jobs.
Are you calling Republicans rich and white?
No, I'm just saying majority are.
That's not true.
I mean, okay.
How old are you?
What?
How old are you?
18?
I just don't understand why you have so much bias against Republicans when they're the ones that are actually fighting for equality. It's been proven that the Democrats are enforcing policies that keep people in poverty.
No, don't say that I'm biased when all you guys do is talk shit about Hillary.
We're not talking shit about Hillary.
Name one accomplishment Hillary has done.
Just one.
Not the point. I'm just saying.
No, but
No,
it
that
is our
is the
point. That is the point. Name one
No, I didn't
accomplishment of
say
hers.
it. What?
Name one accomplishment of hers. She's been in the political sphere for 30 years. Surely you can think of something.
No.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So,
I didn't say that I support her. All I'm saying is that you guys have been saying so many rude things about her.
not
Because
rude,
she has no
truthful.
accomplishments.
She didn't need to have accomplishments
Yeah, she does.
in order.
If she's
to
been
get
in the
respect,
political
she needs
sphere
to have
for 30
accomplishments.
years, she needs accomplishments.
So, okay, so can you name some accomplishments from Trump?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, where do I begin? He turned $1 million into $10 billion. That is
Okay,
quite...
How often do people get handed $1 million.
It was a loan. It was like taking a loan from a bank. He paid it back to his father with interest.
And he turned it into over $10 billion. Do you understand that that doesn't happen?
Do you think you personally could turn $1 million into $10 billion?
And it's a private company.
I would never get $1 million handed to me from my father.
No, again, it was not handed to him. It was a loan. He was required to pay it back like you would pay any loan back to a bank. And he paid interest on it.
Okay, either way, I'm just saying that would never happen.
Could you, okay, so let's scale it down. Let's scale it down here. Could you take $100 and turn it into $100,000?
I'm probably not, because $100 is way too small of an amount.
But you get my point though, right? You could easily get a $100 loan.
Yeah, I get your point.
That's a success in my opinion. Trump has hired the first woman to ever oversee the construction of a skyscraper. Trump employs 20,000+ people. Their livelihoods depend on him. He has done great things both overseas and here in the United States. Look
at the accomplishments he's done for the gay community.
Right.
Yeah, can you go into detail about that?
Yeah, absolutely. In 1987, when he built the Wallman Rink, he used some of the profits of that to fund gay men's health organizations.
In the late 80s and early 90s, he was giving charity money to gay men's health research and AIDS research. In 1992, he held a benefit at the Trump Taj Mahal, where all the proceeds went to gay men's health research. In 2000, he gave an interview with The Advocate, a very well-known LGBT magazine, saying that he thinks that there should be an amendment to the 1964 Civil Rights Act.
To include homosexuals.
Openly allowed gays into his Mar-a-Lago club.
Alright, fair enough. Well, then just different thing. What do you guys have to say about all the nasty things he said about his own daughter?
About what?
About his daughter. So first of all, I get what you're saying.
What are you talking about?
That he would, if she wasn't his daughter, he would date her.
Oh,
so it's
20 years ago.
Right. And it's not the best way to come across saying it, but if you look at the meaning of the message, he was saying his daughter is beautiful.
But there's a way simpler way of saying that, which is literally...
Right, exactly, and I agreed with you on that.
Saying, my daughter is beautiful. To say to somebody, or to the world is a better way to put it.
But the context... Do you understand the First of all, the interview question was...
That you would be dating her.
They were talking about how Ivanka Trump was bright, and how she was an up-and-comer, and how she was doing good things. And Trump was bragging on his daughter, saying how important she is and how smart she is, and hell, if she weren't my daughter, I would date her. It wasn't the best way to say it, but the context of the situation is important. But again, it's not the best way to say something, but is that what's really going to prevent you from voting for Donald Trump?
No, I just think that's really messed up of him to say.
Well, yeah, he said it wrong.
So what about Hillary Clinton saying that all blacks should come to heel? Why is that not brought to light any more than...
Yeah, she called blacks super predators.
Once again, I never said that I support Hillary.
No, and I get that, but I'm saying, why when Trump sneezes wrong, does the media blow it up into this horrible thing that he's just the devil, but Hillary can do something 10 times worse? Why do they not report on that? They just brush that under the rug. The point is,
I don't know.
The point is the media is trying to make Trump into a monster because everybody is scared of Trump.
The media is trying to. I think it's the fact that Trump is making himself look that way.
No, that is...
But we've disproved everything that you had to say. Everything that you had to say about him was wrong. He's not singling out Mexicans. Everything you're saying about him is wrong.
I never said that he's singling out Mexicans.
Well, I don't know if that was you or somebody else.
So mind you, CNN is Clinton's 7th largest donor. They are going to say and do anything to make Trump into a monster so that they can continue to have their connections with the Clintons. Not once have I heard CNN say, wow, that speech that Trump just gave, that was really good. No, they find, oh, he looked to the left too long, he had to have been lying about something.
Well,
I mean, I think that also just has to do with the fact that they're gonna say what people want to hear.
and that's sad. But
Yeah, 'cause that's kind of their job.
no,
No,
that's
no,
not their job. Their
no.
job, the media's job is to report facts. That is what journalism is. Their job is not to tell people what they want to hear. But we appreciate you calling in.
Yeah,
We hope that you do
Alright.
a little bit more research on the candidates. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think he was 18.
I don't think so either.
How many points is he behind? He's actually winning by a point. Reuters just came out. Hillary's at 43, Trump's at 44. And then ABC Wash Poll came out, and he's up by 3 points. And then I think he's down 2 points in 2 other polls. I can't remember what they are at the moment. So he is evening it up. And in states that have been traditionally Democrat, like Wisconsin, like Michigan,
Maine.
he is winning.
But try finding that on a Google search. You won't find it because they bury it. Trump is the best public speaker ever.
For the sake of argument, is there a candidate that openly hates gays that you could support? It depends how much hatred there is, because I feel like in the United States you can't do anything that's against, like, you couldn't deport gay people, you couldn't kill gay people, you couldn't, do things to gay people in this country because it has to be voted on through a logical thinking process, hopefully. And so there's probably not a lot of things the person could do. But if they were talking about, we're going to require gay people to go through, conversion therapy and like all this other stuff, then no, I wouldn't support that at all. But if they were like, I'm a Christian conservative and I don't agree with the homosexual lifestyle, but I will still, do, and they're incredibly accomplished in balancing trade deficits and getting the economy back on track and creating jobs, I would look at supporting them, definitely. Because social issues don't matter to me as much.
We look at the facts and the policies of what they're presenting. Josh and Bailey, call in. Go ahead, caller. You are live.
Hey guys, how are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm a little bit upset about what you guys are saying. I just want to start off by saying that this presidential race is the most embarrassing presidential race we've ever had.
I disagree.
I don't think that Trump or Hillary are fit candidates. They're both liars. They're both racist. It doesn't matter what the people think at this point. The government is going to pick who they pick. It's not up to the people anymore. Everything is rigged. I don't understand how so many people can want Trump for president when he is so oppressive to so many people.
How is he oppressive?
He's oppressive to, you guys have openly said on your Periscopes that, you guys are gay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great, everything. I support you no matter what, But Trump has said over and over and over again that he does not support civil unions. He does not support partnership benefits.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's
Bold-faced.
not a lie.
It is.
That's not a lie.
It's a bold-faced lie.
Since the 1990s, him and Hillary have both openly been against gay rights.
Well,
It's only since recently they
That's-
have conformed to what the general public would like to hear.
I don't
That's
believe
not
that
true.
because his
Yeah,
actions speak
His
louder
actions-
than words.
his
They're telling
actions
the
speak louder.
public
He's been to gay
what they wanna
weddings.
hear.
He's been to gay weddings for all of his friends. If he didn't support gay marriages, why would he be going to gay weddings?
It's just for media. It's for public relations. It's to get votes.
How
Well,
is
for
it?
what?
How is it
How
for?
does that benefit him in any way when he's not even in the political sphere at that point in time?
It's all a dog and pony show at this point.
I
He's
disagree.
got so much money. He has openly said that he's got so much money he doesn't care. Like this is fun to him.
Right.
No. What he is
doesn't
saying
need to
by
do
that is that he has so much money that he does not need to be running for president. He could have a lifestyle that
this
anybody
is just
could
fun
dream
for
of.
him. He doesn't need to run for president. This is just fun for him.
But you're an anarchist. You were just saying,
no,
oh,
no. I am for a world where we're all equal and the people can decide for themselves and actually make a decision in our government.
I
How
believe
is-
that's still a.
Not where the government decides what we do. They give us this false illusion that we have, the right to vote and we're going to decide who's president. It's false. It's all false.
Well, you know what? We don't know that. We don't know if it's false. We don't know if it's true. But my God, if there's a chance that we have a voice and that we have an opinion and that we can shape our landscape, I am hoping that we all vote for Donald Trump because he's the one that's actually going to do it between the two of them.
How do you think that, though?
And look at it this way.
Answer that.
Yeah. Look at it this way. Regardless if Trump does give the voice back to the people or if he does not, at least with Trump we know we have a chance of having our voice brought back. With Hillary Clinton, you know 100% that is not going to happen.
Listen, I don't agree with either of them. I think they're both bullshitting the entire frickin' United States.
I disagree.
Then vote for Jill
It's
Green.
it's all
Stein.
bullshit. It's all bullshit. This is a giant media circus that they want us to watch. We don't have any opinions in this. They want us to think that we do, but we don't.
But if
And
you
they're coming up with the two worst people in the entire world that they could possibly pick
In your
to
opinion.
run our country.
In your opinion.
this is
Is
all
this
your
where
opinion.
Yes, it
None
is
of
my
nothing
opinion. And do you want to keep your civil rights?
nothing that you are
do you want
saying
to keep your amendments and stuff? These people want to take that away from us.
Trump doesn't, but nothing that you're saying has any proof behind it. Nothing is fact.
Yes,
Like
it does. Yes.
what's
what
the
do you
proof
mean?
that this is all a media
okay,
circus?
Donald Trump, again, since the 1990s. You just, I don't even have to do any of this. Just Google any of this.
We
We
have.
have. Daily.
Well, then you're not Googling the right
So
sections,
look at
I
it this way,
guarantee that.
sweetie.
But there's no
the
fact.
New York
I know,
Times,
I know.
The Washington Post, Huffington Post.
Oh, don't
all
even
of those.
say
They're
Bias.
Huffington
different articles
Post.
on how racist, oppressive, lying Hillary, none of them give us a voice. As a people, as a whole people, we need to work together.
Absolutely.
And for you to believe that this man will make anything better, it won't. It won't make anything better. It's
So
going to make everything worse. And we don't need that as a country right now.
So, first of all, it is 100% guaranteed that if Hillary Clinton wins, we will not have a voice for the next 50 plus years
As conservatives.
as conservatives.
And what do you think will happen with Trump? The same thing.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly. We both do. Trump is speaking for the American people. He has no special interest groups. He is not bought and paid for by anybody. He does not have to be running for the presidency. He wants to because he wants to give back to America. He wants to
Do you
get
know
America back on
you
the
know
right
he
track. We are
openly said
$21
that
trillion
his supporters-
in debt. Does that not concern you?
Sorry, say that again. I did talk over
We
you.
are $21 trillion in debt. Does that not concern you?
Oh, of course it does. We have spent so much money for the fact that we manufacture money and we're in debt to so many countries and everywhere.
Mhm.
All the wars that have happened, not only in our time with Afghanistan and Iraq and all that, but in our parents' time and their parents' time.
Right.
It's a never-ending, stopping circle.
Right.
But Trump has
Of
laid out
that.
specifics on how he is going to reduce this debt.
But I don't think he will.
Why
I
not?
think he's going to make it worse. He what I was gonna say before is that he has openly called his supporters so stupid that they have no idea that he's like mocking them.
That is a false
Do you know
quote.
that?
That is a false quote from People Magazine. That was a Twitter meme.
No, it's not.
And it
it's
is
a
a false.
speech from him that
No.
you can find on YouTube. A
Find
video
it.
of him
Find it. Find it right
saying
now.
that.
Find it right now and tweet us. It is a fake quote that they took from quote
I don't
unquote
have
People
Twitter,
Magazine.
but
That is
it's
not
it's a
true.
video
It has
of
been
him
proven
saying it.
over and over and over again, and that's why they're not putting it on the air, because it has been proven to be false. There is not one time he's ever said that. Not one
Listen,
time.
I support your guys' lifestyle. I just wanted to call in and give my 2 cents.
I have one more question for you.
Well in this
I have
whole
one more
thing.
question for you.
Sure.
If you were to vote for Donald Trump,
No.
if you were to vote for Donald Trump, what do you have to lose?
Everything. Everything. My
You-
life, my freedom.
Okay, then
the
continue
way,
to
the
be
way I
ignorant.
live, anything.
Goodbye. She was going nowhere with that.
God. Look at where you are in this.
Sorry. For free college, exactly.
I find it so sad that people think that we don't have a voice anymore, that this country is that corrupt. I think this country is corrupt. Don't get me wrong. I just honestly think that it's not that corrupt.
You are your own enemy, exactly. Somebody that said that. Go ahead, caller. You are live.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
This is like my third. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
The girl who called has me over here dying, laughing. First off, I don't know why she thinks being gay is a lifestyle. Lifestyle refers to the kind of car that you drive, neighborhood you live in. It has nothing to do with sexual orientation.
Fair enough.
Furthermore, Donald Trump does not oppress people. How has he been in a position to even oppress anyone in his lifetime when he hasn't been in a political position?
Exactly.
She is a complete idiot. Donald Trump is not a racist. He's not a bigot. He does not try to oppress black people. I'm black. And, I mean, I just got off the phone with my mom, and I really don't understand why people feel as though we're oppressed. So I'm kind of venting a little bit, y'all, but, I mean, I honestly don't feel oppressed as that person. I can go to college. I have a job. I'm a full-time student. I work part-time. I'm involved in other stuff. We are not oppressed.
Right.
I'm so sick of people calling in and trying to make Donald Trump the pinnacle of the racial tension that's going on in the country. It's not attributed to him. It's attributed to our commander-in-chief, who's very racially divisive. I feel as though people need to stop calling and placing all of this blame on him that he does not deserve. She does not know what she's talking about. If you guys want to put me on three-way and have her call back so we can go back and forth, feel free. I just feel like she knows nothing about what she's talking about. It was very...
I just don't understand when people think that it's over, that it's that corrupt that we don't have a voice anymore. When it's... I don't understand what her end goal is. I mean, what are you going to be fighting for then? What do you are you just going to live your life and assume that the government's going to control everything that you do and not move anything forward or not change anything? I just don't understand what her point is. What is her overall goal in that? And she did sound silly. I do admit that.
It's just sad. Just from hearing her talk, it sounds like she's not very well versed, and she doesn't know how our political system works. Stuff has to get passed through Congress. Gay marriage is not going to get overturned.
Right.
I mean, that's pretty much solidified. As far as our rights, I mean, how many times does Donald Trump have to stand behind a friggin' podium and talk about gay rights? Right. Mention the LGBT community for people to get that he supports those. You know what I'm saying? It took Hillary Clinton up until 2013 to say that she was for gay marriage. And that was around the time that the Ready for Hillary Clinton BS got started. I mean, so she was eyeing the presidency. mean, her views on gay marriage are views that are very convenient. They're very fake.
Right.
And it's all political on her end. I mean, Donald Trump has been supporting gay people since, I mean, what, the 80s?
Yeah.
When he was, giving money to AIDS and HIV research groups. And, I mean, it's just...
I know. We're right on board with you. We don't understand how... I just don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get how people can be so closed-minded to it when they claim to be open-minded. And we're on board with you 100%.
Yeah. You guys need to start screen calling, because these people that are calling are, like, so uninformed. Like, the guy who called the other night who wasn't even old enough to vote.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah.
Anyways, have a good night, you guys.
You too. Thanks for calling.
No problem.
So somebody said name one of Trump's policy because nobody knows. What policy would you like of his?
As a Christian, we don't believe in gay marriage. That's a fact. That's fine. I completely understand you, and I actually respect that belief. Believe it or not, because I am a Christian myself. But when you understand that there isn't necessarily a choice in being gay, you either are or you aren't, then maybe you'll start to understand why it's important for gay marriage to exist in a secular society, meaning separation of church and state, meaning not a biblical version of marriage, but a political version of marriage, and that is just as important as any other marriage in this country. So once you can abide by secular beliefs and secular state, then we're fine. If you can't separate yourself from, politics and religion, then you are no better than Sharia law.
And Mr. Donald Trump, how he's gonna do the wall, he actually lays out a specific plan about cutting off the ties with wire transfers like Western Union. Everything is on his webpage. And somebody else said immigration. Watch his immigration speech. Was it last night? 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. He laid out very, very specific 10-point policy. And then Hillary Clinton just says, we're going to let 650,000 refugees in. Well, no?
You said soon.
It's late. It's up to you.
We are good tonight. We just, I don't know. I think that we will just agree to disagree with a lot of the intolerant people, but the people out there that really do pride themselves on being an open-minded Democrat or being an open-minded Republican, we're the type of people, like, we're open-minded Republicans, obviously, and the open-minded Democrats, we are the type of people that get things done. We are the type of people that can progress and move this country forward. When you're hard right or hard left, nothing gets done. And so, yes, I'm going to be assertive in my beliefs, and I'm going to defend my beliefs, but I think that there's a way that we can sit down and have an open conversation on how to get our country back on track, and that's all we intend to do with this scope. If you come at us as, I support Hillary Clinton because I hate Trump, we don't necessarily have anything to say to you. If you come at us with, I hate everything and both political parties are screwed and nothing's going to work in this country, we really have nothing to say to you. But if you do come at us with, hey, you know what, Hillary Clinton did do this, and this is why this is important, and I think that this is an important issue to focus on, and then I can say, oh, yeah, she did do that. But let's talk about, the context of it, and does it exist still today, and how does that affect the future, and what does that look like? Because I feel like we're paying into a lot of things, whatever it may be, right? And I feel like that's how we can further a conversation.
That's a good point. What you said.
Yeah. And so let's move forward instead of focusing on, oh, we're screwed, oh, how hypocritical of you, oh, you guys are faggots, you're gay, who's the top, that kind of stuff. We have nothing to say to you. You can go look at other videos if you're interested in stuff like that.
Somebody said, I will defend my beliefs vigorously too. Your beliefs are not that we're bigots, we're racists, or that Trump is any of those things. You have to have fact in order to vigorously back yourself up with. And yes, I see your question about what do you say about Trump making fun of the retarded reporter. First of all, you tolerant left person. Retarded's not the word to use. He was disabled. Second of all, he never made fun of a disabled reporter. He made fun of a reporter that spoke out of turn and was flailing his arms to get Trump's attention. And so Trump was making fun of the way that he was trying to get his attention. Afterwards, he found out that the reporter was disabled. And Ann Coulter even goes further in depth with that and exposes how he did not make fun of a disabled reporter.
Nor did he even know who this person was.
The reporter claimed to have had many interviews with Trump, but Trump has had many interviews with many people, so it's hard to remember everybody. Defending a horrible thing he did, because it wasn't horrible.
Right. Keep smoking, soon you too will be gone. See, that kind of stuff, we have nothing to say to you. If you are in here just to cause a ruckus, and that is the definition of a troll.
Democrats win a lot of debates because facts are on our side. We haven't seen a Democrat in here present a fact at all.
You can direct message us at Politic Voice on Twitter. We respond to everything within reason. If you're going to call us faggots, we're probably not going to respond to you.
Go ahead, caller. Turn down your scope, please.
Hi, Mr. And this is Luker. I know Patrick doesn't really like it, but...
Hi, Luker.
So, the reason I'm calling in today is because you probably know by now I'm an anchor baby, and you're not a big fan of anchor babies.
Not a fan, no.
But I have always paid into the system. I'm the only person in my family who's ever graduated high school, who's only graduated from college. And I work in the IT department of a major hospital, and I paid thousands of dollars per year into the tax system.
And you're a legal citizen.
And you're legally employed.
Sorry?
You're a legal citizen, and you're legally employed.
No. I'm an anchor baby, which makes me legal.
That's what I said.
We said that.
You're a legal citizen, is what I said.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. I'm sorry about that. Oh, yeah, so I'm legal, and I paid thousands of dollars into the system, and I feel like you're against anchor babies.
Well, first of all, you wouldn't be affected by anything Trump is talking about, but I am against anchor babies in a way that if a woman that is 8 months pregnant walks over the border and has a child, that the United States is responsible for that child for the eternity of their life. I think that is not what...
My family could have gone to welfare. Like, I'll give you that. Most people in my situation, their families would go on to welfare and take advantage of the system. I'll give you that. Right. But my family was embarrassed. It's shameful to take advantage of welfare. We never took welfare. Right. Instead, we stood on our own 2 feet, and we never took welfare.
And
never,
I'm not going to presume how old you are, but I would assume that this was a while ago, and it's something that, well, I guess I have one question. Why didn't they come in legally?
It was just quick for to get in, so they did. My mother was in a helicopter. It's a long story, but she was in a helicopter coming to the country, and that's that.
And do you think that was wrong?
Potentially, yes.
And I just want to separate, because I feel for it emotionally, because I know that there are a lot of people coming to this country illegally to escape terrible situations that they're in and to find a better life. I get it 100%. There is not anything...
You're benefiting from my work. Every single year I pay thousands of dollars into taxes.
I'm not benefiting from you in any way.
Benefited.
Illegal immigrants are benefiting from you. I am not benefiting from you in any way. Because you're paying into the system. You're paying taxes. illegal immigrants. They're projected to be 65 to 70% of all illegal immigrants in this country are on entitlement programs or some form of entitlement program.
We never took welfare.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you. You said illegal immigrants, and I said illegal immigrants are benefiting from your work. You said I was benefiting from your work.
No. I said I'm an anchor baby, and you benefit from my work.
Oh, your words?
I said I'm an anchor baby, and you benefited.
I benefited from anchor babies.
Right.
How did I benefit?
I paid into the tax system. You benefit from my taxes. For example, the $8,000 that you took
Oh,
from the,
I see.
the first.
I see what you're saying.
Whatever crap.
Duh. I see what you're saying now. Okay. I am not benefiting from you in any way. I hope you understand that. I feel like we all need to understand what a legal citizen is, and at this point we know what a legal citizen is. I also think that you even said that it probably wasn't the best way that your parents came into this country, and that's all we're speaking on. One case, fine, I think it's still wrong. 2 case, fine, I think it's still wrong. But 11 to 30 million cases, at a point where it's breaking the bank and we can't afford it and there's nothing that we can do about it as United States citizens, we need to protect the citizens in this country before all others. That's our job. That's the government's job, to protect the citizens of this country and not benefit, other countries and other citizens. I just don't understand what your point is. I get the fact that you're proud of your heritage.
We don't think that all anchor babies are evil. We're not evil.
I'm not. No.
We've never once said that.
Not one time did we ever say anchor babies are evil.
Okay.
I personally find it unfair that when my father and his parents came to this country, they had to have a sponsor. They had to have somebody that was going to take them in and take care of them and make sure that they were going to benefit this country.
Like not be entitlements, like get a job, work for yourself, that kind of stuff.
And when and I just found this out a month and a half ago when we went home. When my dad's family moved here, they lived in a cabin for 2 months until they were able to establish themselves, and my grandparents were to get a house.
That's what immigration should be. We are 100% advocates for immigration. Same with Donald Trump. We just want legal immigration, and we want to make sure that the people coming into this country are going to be supporting themselves and others in this country. So I get your point, but it's an emotional appeal, and I think we need to think logically about how it's affecting all of us as Americans.
Okay, and on that note, did you do your homework on the cryptocurrency and how it's possible to get around Donald Trump's tax on the wall? If you tax Russian, you can get around that by using cryptocurrency like Bitcoin.
I did a little bit. It still has to be backed by something. It's not. It still goes through exchange rates, so it's just a propped up system.
I'm going to use your words against you. So you said the American currency, the U.S. dollar, is backed by nothing. Those are your words. It's fiat.
No. Right.
Fiat means it's backed by nothing.
You're right. The American currency is backed by nothing.
Just like U.S. currency, it's backed by
well,
nothing. Both
actually,
currencies
can I rephrase? It's not backed by a gold standard. The United States currency is backed by feeling. It's backed by enthusiasm for the country is what it is backed by. So it is backed by something, but it isn't backed by anything tangible.
It's not Bitcoin.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that your Bitcoin has to fall through exchange rates and has to fall through currencies of other countries, and it definitely is backed by whatever exchange rate that it's exposed to. That's how it has value.
I guess.
So, but what it is doing, though, is allowing people to trade in a black market way. It's allowing people to underscore values, or to go under the radar, I guess I'm trying to say. And I think that if it becomes a bad enough problem, countries are going to step in. You can't fuck over China too much before they screw you over. You know what I'm talking about? So you could probably screw over the United States all you want because we're idiots. But China, that ain't going to last long. So I just don't see Bitcoin as being a severe problem in the future if it becomes out of hand.
A certain population will use Bitcoin, but yeah.
But I haven't really looked in depth into it, to be honest with you.
Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yours is done.
Somebody just said cryptocurrency has to have a source of funding from some way, banking or credit cards, and that is true. I mean, it has to come from somewhere. So, but since we are dying on our
iPads are.
So
let's make that clear.
We are doing a radio show tomorrow morning. We're very excited.
We're very excited.
We will be scoping it, so join us tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, or I guess it would be 8:20 Mountain Standard Time.
Is that the time it is, or is that the time the pre-call is coming?
I don't know. We'll turn you on somewhere around that time.
So between 8 and 8:30 we will be on live tomorrow.
But we love our haters. We love our supporters.
Follow us on Twitter, Politic Voice, as well as on YouTube. We believe that YouTube is censoring us, so we would love to see some support on YouTube, please.
They deleted our followers.
They did. We had a spike in followers, and they decided that they didn't want that. So we did post it on our Twitter. It is Politic Voice. We would love for you to subscribe so that we can show them that
so we can get our followers back.
Are real. There it is right there.
Apolitic Voice, and you might have to change YouTube to search for Apolitic Voice because it'll say political voice. And if you think that we are not getting to you on these comments, go ahead and direct message us on Twitter, Apolitic Voice. We love you. We will see you tomorrow
Morning.
Bye.
Bye.